What up, world? My name is Chrisean with Else Elevation, and today I wanted to come and chit chat about a little clip that's been going viral, and it's concerning the Chrisean Rock and Woah Vicky situation. Let's chat about it. This message is intended to hopefully reach the younger crowd. Younger being 18 and below, or anybody of reason enough to be influenced by such foolery. Okay, so what I wanted to discuss is a few things that stood out to me in that clip. Was one, Woah Vicky was trying her best to spread the gospel in a situation that um, didn't seem to be reachable. And that is sometimes part of what God asks us to do, right? He does ask us sometimes to go and reach people in different places, different situations, to try to bring them to Christ, or to try to get there, just to minister, evangelize, do different things, right? Another thing that stood out to me, Chrisean has stated that she talks about Jesus or God. She does talk about him. But we are also called, when we are true followers of Christ, that we are supposed to be representatives of what his life was like, and that is in our actions and what we do and how we talk, and the places that we go. All of those things are supposed to be a representative of our following and our love for Jesus Christ, just as he loved us, right? He gave up so much stuff just to cover us, to love us, so we would be without sin, so we would be uncursable. Like, all of these things Christ did for us, and there's nothing, and I mean nothing, weird about it. Absolutely nothing. Like, the coolest thing you could do is serve Jesus Christ. Like, people try to make it seem like living a holy life, or picking up your cross and following after God is this horrible thing. But I think it's way worse to I can't even say a cross, but to pick up whatever it is you choose to pick up, and you're picking it up only for the approval of people outside of you who have no true merit in regards to your life after this physical life. I think it's weird for your whole existence to be based around the applause or the acceptance of people and situations that are genuinely eating you up inside. Like, you're broken, you're not truly happy. If people leave your life, you're just completely distraught. And we go through those things, right? Separating from people is something that's tough to deal with. You're going to experience death. You're going to experience falling out with your best friends. All of those different things, they do hurt. But the beautiful thing is, with Jesus Christ, regardless of the world trying to make it seem weird to follow Jesus Christ, there is so much joy and happiness and peace that comes with that. If you are a young child and you have heard certain celebrities talk about Jesus, I want to remind you, and I just want to be a light to you, that serving Jesus is not necessarily still being amongst the world. Like, we have to let that go. And it's okay to let that go. It's okay to be different from your peers. It's actually very weird to want to look and copy and mimic everybody else when they're doing crazy things. How does that make you an individual trying to be like somebody else? How does it make you an individual when everything that you do is based off the applause of other people outside of you? It's not going to serve you well at all. And believe it or not, those actions come with a cost. So you have an earthly cost that it comes with, and you have a spiritual cost that it comes with. So you can cash in earthly if you want to, but unbeknownst to you, you also cashing in spiritually at the same time. There are consequences and repercussions for every choice and decision you make. And if you had even a slight inkling that you wanted to serve Jesus Christ, that you wanted to be a light amongst your peers, amongst your age group. Do not allow people who are not genuinely sold out to Jesus Christ to convince you that that's weird. It's not. It's not at all. And I am here to tell you there's a lot of peace that comes with serving Jesus Christ. There are a lot of tests, there are a lot of trials, but there's a lot of strength that God equips you with that man cannot give you internally. Man will hype you up on the outside, but then when you realize that they pull that hype away and you feel empty and dead, literally, physically, because your whole existence was based off of other people hyping you up. You don't want to grow up to be that kind of individual. Look at a lot of these people that you might consider a celebrity, right? That you consider somebody that's just living the dreams. They don't always show you in the background the mess that comes with it. Look at Will and Jada. That's all I'm going to say. Look at Will and Jada. You can insert other people. We can also insert Gabby and Dwayne, but Gabrielle, please pipe down. I know you be ready, honey. It's okay. But listen, it is okay to be weird. And I'm going to tell you a little secret. It's probably the best thing that you'll ever choose to do, because it comes with a freedom that being a clone to others around you can never provide you. We are not put in this world to all be the same, and our walks with Jesus Christ are going to be different. But the one thing that is going to unify and highlight if you're truly walking with Christ is that our goal and our mission is on one accord. It's not divisive. It's not splitting each other up. It's not degrading other people, condemning people. It's actually, we're called to uplift people. We're actually called to walk in faith. We're actually called to help our neighbors, to love our neighbors, as we love ourselves. If you're running around beating down on everybody because you are unable to manage your emotions and your feelings, you're showing people that you need help. And there's nothing wrong with getting help. But if you become a child, a young adult, an older adult, and every time somebody comes at you and you're triggered to the point that they took you out of your character enough to where you want to put hands on them, or let's look at the little goonie that jumped on Woah Vicky, right? You could also become the flunky adult who is at the charge and command of somebody else just because they say go. Why would you even want to sign up to be that friend that's just on go mode because your friend pushed the button and now you jumping because your friend said jump? What? Listen, if you choose to be weird, if you choose to be different, if you choose to stand out and live differently from how the world is showing that they live in, there's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. And I want you to walk in confidence in knowing that there's nothing wrong with that. Don't be weird by choosing not to be who you truly are because of the approval of other people, because of an image that you want to maintain, when really that's deeply not who you are on the inside. Y'all be weird if you want to. And if you don't want to, that's okay. But there also comes a point in time where even in serving Christ and taking this walk, and it's a very narrow path. It's a narrow path. It truly is. But even on the walk, there's some places you just don't go. In that whole video, all the people that was on that show was telling Woah Vicky, this ain't the place. They didn't want to talk about Christ there. Why was you even there? Like, okay, yes, bring the Lord to the show. Maybe you was trying to expose Chrisean. I don't know what your true intent was, well, Vicky, but that's between you and God. But at the end of the day, it's okay to be weird and serve Christ. Don't let that little clip that's going around discourage you from choosing to be like everybody else because it feels good. It might look like it feels good on the surface, but trust me, people getting ate up on the inside. You don't want to be that person that's rotten from the inside because you're trying to maintain an image that doesn't match who you truly are on the inside. Don't be weird. Don't be weird like that. But you can be an individual and be weird and serve Jesus Christ if you choose to. Because, baby, there's nothing wrong with it at all, okay? Nothing. So if you don't have no friends right now that's wanting to serve Jesus Christ, or maybe they families and their parents, that they're not there, maybe you could be a light to them. It's not necessarily shoving it down people's throat. It's people being able to see your life and see, dang, what are they doing that they have this much peace? What are they doing that they still have this much joy? And when they ask you, guess what you can then say? I serve a God that provides this for me, that covers me in this way. And that's perfectly okay to be weird serving Christ. Because there's nothing weird about peace. There's nothing weird about joy. There's nothing weird about strength that carries you through situations that will break other people. There's nothing weird about that. If y'all want to be weird and want to appear cool, and that ain't even really who you is, if you choose to do that, you have a choice. But understand, we also have to answer for our choices and decisions when it's all said and done. That's it. So I hope if you are a child that's struggling to, maintain your individuality and be who you are without and worried about the pressures of how the world may see you, don't worry about it. The world didn't give you joy and they can't take it away. And the only person that can do that is you. Because where you choose to stand, where you choose to plant yourself, where you choose to grow will determine how you show up in the world, and it will determine how you love others. It'll also determine the light that you carry. If serving Jesus Christ is weird, baby, sign me up. And I hope you signed up too. I hope if you had already put your foot in the door, but you seen that clip and you decided that you want to take your foot back out, baby, go ahead and do the hokey pokey, turn on around and go on right back through the door. It's okay. That might have been corny. It's okay. But you know the hokey pokey. So go ahead and turn back around. Don't let that video discourage you from serving Jesus Christ, because that's exactly why that clip went viral. That's what they want. They want y'all not to serve Christ. They want you to feel like, oh, that's weird to serve Jesus Christ. Nah, it's weirder living for likes and approval. That's actually weirder. But we not. When you serve Christ, you don't even really got to be pressed about that. You don't got to be worried about being liked. You don't got to be worried about being accepted. You don't have to worry about being approved. You don't have to worry about none of those things. They won't even faze you, because God will approve you. God will accept you. God will love you. God will elevate you. God will shield you. God will protect you. God will strengthen you. God will give you joy. God will give you peace. God will do everything you need him to do. And he's just asking you to build an intimacy with him. That's it. He just wants you to bring yourself to him and establish your own discipleship with him. He wants you to learn from him. And you do that by being in his word, by establishing an intimacy with him. That's how you establish a relationship with God. That's how you learn from Christ, is you choose to spend time with God. Don't let the world and these people that's they at the edge, they on the fence. We not called to be on the fence. It's either we on this side or we on this side. And we have to pick a side because we can't dance in the middle. So, little ones, big ones who might have seen that and being influenced and thinking that serving Christ is weird, let me tell you something. It's way more things that's weird in this world. And serving Jesus Christ is not one of those. So, hopefully, y'all found some meat or milk in this message, or whichever one you sipping on and eating on. I don't know. But hopefully you found it in this message. Y'all be blessed. Love you later.